Good morning. Today's story is about a young girl, a newlywed. She got married into a very good house, very good people, and she started staying with her husband and in laws. But somehow she was not able to adjust there. She and her mother in law just didn't get along. Whatever she would do, the mother in law didn't like, and whatever the mother in law did, she didn't like. They were always at crossroads. And this went on for some time. At the end of 3 or 4 months, one day this girl just went and she had a relative, an uncle, who was a doctor who had magic in his hands. Magic in the sense, whatever he touched, whatever he wanted, he was able to cure and correct. Now she went running to him and she spoke to him. She said, I can't stay with my mother in law. She is horrible. She is this, she is that. She's went on and on. She kept crying. She said, I just can't stay there. There is no way I can be in that house if she is there in that house. How much ever the uncle tried, she was just not able to in any way understand or grasp what he was trying to say. She was just blocked out. She said, no, I cannot stay with her. I just cannot stay with her. She is horrible. She is mean. She is not nice to me. I just cannot stay with her. So then the uncle realized nothing can be done. This girl is so totally filled with complaints that there is absolutely no space for him to say anything. So then he said, okay, fine. I agree. Then what do you want to do? Then she said, do something. Just, I don't want her in my life. Then again he said, but what exactly do you want me to do? She said, you give me some kind of a poison. I will kill her and I will live happily. He said, if you kill her, then naturally you will be in jail. How will you live happily? Then she thought for a second and said, "Oh, do something, or I can't stay with her." So the uncle got his chance. He said, okay, I'll give you a poison, a slow poison, so that nobody gets suspicious of you. But what you have to do is you have to be nice to her. Now, this poison is slow. It will take 3 months or so to act. And every day you have to give her a small piece. No? It's a liquid, one drop in her tea or coffee, every day, small quantity, so that over time the poison takes action. But you have to be nice to her. You have to be sweet to her. You have to, talk to her nicely. You have to take her out. You have to treat her like your best friend. Because otherwise, that's a magic potion, it will not work. And secondly, people will start doubting you. When she dies, people will say, okay, you are new in this house, you did something, that is why she died. So the girl thought about it. Then she said, okay, 3 months, no, doesn't matter. Somehow I will adjust. I've adjusted for so long. You give me that liquid, that magic potion. I will start putting it in her. I give her tea every day morning. I will put it in that, and then let us see. So she took it and she went, and she started doing that every day. In her tea, she would put a drop of that colorless liquid, and she would give it to her, and then the whole day she would be nice to her. Whatever she said, she would not talk back. Whatever she did or asked, she would do. She would treat her like her own mother, like her own best friend. And this went on for some time. At the end of 1 month, suddenly the doorbell rang, the uncle's house, and it was this girl again. So he said, what happened? How come you've come back? It's not at 3 months, and I mean, it's too early for me to do anything now. The girl came back and she was very anxious and, kind of tense. So he said, okay, sit down, tell me what happened. So the girl said, I have been doing what you have been telling me to do. I have put this medicine every day in her tea. But now I don't want her to die. He said, what? You are the one who said you want her out of your life. You don't want her. She's horrible. She's this, she's that. You had a big list. She said, no, but now she has changed so much. In this last 1 month, she is so nice to me. She's so sweet to me. She has become like my own mother. She's become more than my mother. How can I let her die? I want her in my life. She's so nice. So the uncle said, okay. He realized, okay, whatever he had planned is working, right? So he said, all right. So if you are so insistent that she should be fine and nothing should happen to her, we will do one thing. We will, I will do one thing. You just stop putting that medicine. Anyway, it is a slow poison. You've just done 1 month out of 3 months. So if you just stop it slowly, the action will reverse and nothing will happen to her. You don't worry about that. She said, are you sure? I said, yeah, sure. You just have to go and throw it off. Don't talk about it to anybody and stay happily. That is all. This girl was very happy. She was like, thank you so much, she said, and she went running. happy that her mother-in-law was going to be alive, nothing would happen to her, and nothing else needs to be done to reverse what she has already done. Now that is the end of this story. But what is the moral? How do you think the mother-in-law changed within 1 month without anybody advising her or without anybody coming and telling her to be nice? What do you think happened? How do you think the daughter-in-law suddenly started feeling that the mother-in-law was her best friend and not her enemy? Strange, no? It was not magic, it was just water, probably, which the doctor had given. The difference probably was where she started behaving nicely without expecting anything in return. Usually, when we behave nicely, we expect that person to behave nicely back to us. And when they don't, we start getting irritated. Now, this girl, she knew that the magic potion was in her hand. She knew mother in law is going to die. So, whatever the mother in law did, it just didn't bother her. It didn't bother her, and she was nice to her because that uncle had said, no, you have to be nice, otherwise, it won't work. So, unconditionally, she was being nice to her mother in law without any conditions. However rude, however mean the mother in law was, or however nice the mother in law was, she was behaving nicely. And naturally, when that happened, the mother in law also mellowed down, probably, isn't it? When one person is nice to you so unconditionally, you can't be mean to that person, right? So, that is our take home for the day. Whenever you have any irritating relation or something which is not pleasant to you, stop putting conditions. Just don't expect anything in return and start being nice. Nice, sweet, or whichever, whatever word you want to use. Be nice without expecting the other person to be nice. Now, that itself probably is a magic potion which all of us are looking for. Think about it and do comment if you agree with me. Bye.